Okay, so this is our 30 amp panel that we'll be using on the bus. They don't really make house panels in anything lower than 100 from what I could tell, so I went ahead and bought a 100 amp panel, and then what I did was I bought a separate 30 amp single pole breaker, and I bypassed the 100 and I went straight to the 30, so that controls all the power in the panel. I still hooked up our neutral service line where it originally would go, and then based on all the research, I also was told I did not need to bond neutral and ground because that would be done on the service panel on the RV park or on the generator side. So just as a test, I added a 20 amp GFCI breaker, and that's over here on the other side. I wanted to buy this breaker just because it gives a little extra protection. We'll use it on the bus for all the connections near the bathroom and the kitchen and any wet area. So there you see the hot going in, and then the neutral, and then I've got the ground going up and around into the ground bar. Again, that's separate from the neutral. I did not bond that. So yeah, so the 30 controls everything. So right now, if I shut this off, there's no power in the panel. So I shouldn't be able to turn this this fan on. See, there's no power. Once I turned this on, and then I go ahead and try to turn on this fan, it should run, and indeed it does. Now, once I go ahead and try to shut off the 20 amp breaker, that should also shut it off, and it did. So I think so far everything's good. I'm gonna verify a few things with my friend who's an electrician. All the wires I'm using are stranded. I heard and I researched different websites, and they all pretty much said stranded is better on RV and bus applications just because of all the shaking around. I just have a few concerns about that, so I have a few strands there kind of peeking out. I'm not sure if I should cut them or leave them like that, if that does any wear and tear on the wire long term. And then also I heard about tinning the wires, so I'm not entirely sure if I should tin the wires or leave them as they are. And then I also heard I should use a type of grease on the neutral and hot wire going into the main breaker. So I'll verify that with my friend who's an electrician. Again, so this is all right now being fed by just my regular household 20 amp wall outlet. So I used a simple 30 amp to 15 amp converter just to kind of give it a try. So this is a 30 amp regular RV cord. So this one on this side is a regular 3-prong RV connection. And then on our bus, we have a 30 amp, but it's the twist lock type. So I did go ahead and buy the regular 3-prong RV connection to the twist lock type. So this is the cable that we would use at the RV park. So this little part right here, this will go on the side of the bus. And then this is the cable that you would hook up to either the RV park or your generator for power. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So Initially, that's what we'll use to get power into the bus, and then as we go, I will be adding batteries and an inverter to also go ahead and give power to this panel.